Yeah, I did the whole fireworks. I did the whole fireworks. Not only because, not only because it gives me a chance to give me a little more time to organize things according to my health plan. All right, so look at me. Look at me. Look at it. Wow. Wow. Look at it. Look at it. See? See, Mom, I really did get a haircut. I really did get a haircut. So yesterday was the big day, the big day. I got a haircut yesterday, and this is the new me. This is the new me for now. Thanks to whoever put the love up there, who gave me some love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, Tim said looking amazing. Oh, Nan says love the hair. Oh, all right, all right. Good, good. I appreciate it. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Ben, showing us showing love for my brothers and sisters. All right, looking good, dog. Looking good, looking good. So the hair thing, as you know, if you saw yesterday's episode, has been a big deal. And so just to recap for those who didn't know. So what happened was I couldn't remember my barber. And that was very frustrating and a little bit annoying that I could not remember my barber. Because, you know, who wants to be told that you can't remember your barber, right? And so in the beginning, when I first got out of the hospital, I was like, oh no, I can't remember who my barber is. And then when I could remember who my barber was, I realized that he was a person who told me to not work out every day, to work out most days, but not every day. And so when this happened to me, when the universe came in and shook me up, I started thinking, oh man, do I want to have this serious conversation with him? Now, I told you that I made the decision to face him, and deal with that angst inside me. But what happened is that Reverend Mel came down and we went to go see him. And every time we went, it was either closed or it was too many people because I wanted there to be a small certain amount of people. And so all that happened, and I didn't get to confront him the way I wanted to. But all that meant that I got to confront my new barber, my barber here in New York. So it was an interesting experience. I sent a text message randomly. I have to send text messages fast. Sometimes because of the way my mind works, sometimes if I don't move on something quickly, then the energy for it will just go. So I had to grab my phone and send him a text. And I didn't know if he was still around. I didn't know if he was in the same place, but I sent him a text and he said, yeah, come on. And so I went to see my barber, and yeah, he and shout out to Fee King, who you'll be hearing more from in a few minutes. But shout out to Fee King, who talked to him about how she wanted the haircut to look. And they kind of came up with this together. I can't believe that this is not falling back down. Like usually when I have a haircut like this, the haircut would fall down afterwards. Well, but it's interesting because it has stayed high, like the experience has stayed high. You know what I mean? Like I've had so many experiences during this process of learning more, of seeking more, of trying to learn myself. I've learned so much, and my hair seems to be intent on representing that because it hasn't come lower the way it usually has. So this is my hair. This is my hair, and it shows so many things that I've been aware of. So, all right. So now that I've got completely off on a tangent about my hair, let me introduce the serum. So hey, I'm Sekou Wrights. This is the Be Your Own Hero Show. That stands for helping everyone leads to optimism. I think. I can't even remember uh my own what's it called those things again? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, what I meant is the the helping everyone leads to optimism. I think is my acronym. My acronym. Oh, helping everyone reaps optimism. Thank you, Reverend Mel. Thank you, Reverend Mel. Shout out to Reverend Mel for producing me. So yes, that is today's episode of helping everyone reaps optimism. Right, and this is my show where I talk about my effort to improve. Oh, thanks, Nan. Nan got it too. Thanks, Nan. Hold me down. Hold me down. And if those of you who haven't seen my social media today, check it out. Nan is wearing the only hoodie, the hero hoodie with the diamonds on it. But she got hers faster than she got mine. I was like, what? She got hers faster than she got mine? But go out there and represent and check out the buy link if you want to buy one. Anyway, so let me just get settled. Okay. So that's why I was excited about the hair. Everything was about the hair. And now, now that I've said that, I want to talk about rolling the dice. Now, let me make sure I didn't forget anybody in my intro. Oh, shout out to New Thought Media Network. Shout out to New Thought Media Network. Right there. Right there. Because they have been tremendous in holding me down and keeping me back and really being willing to air the reruns of my show, which have been extremely helpful to me. I don't know if they've been helpful to y'all, but they've been extremely helpful to me. Let me tell you that. All right. So shout out to New Thought Media Network. Shout out to all the people that have been involved in this process as I moved along. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. Okay, so now that we got that straight, let's roll some dice. Let's roll some dice. Let's roll some dice. Now, I'm getting more and more animated about the dice roll because I feel it much more. And so you will see me talk about dice as I have before. But but sorry, that's P King doing stuff in the background over here. So you'll see me getting much more excited about the dice because this dice is so much more important now, because it's important for all of us to believe in the dice, to believe in the power of the dice. And I even took it for granted, with most of my wins. Like, I just would kind of throw the dice and move on quickly. But this is important. I really want you to get this. This is important because it's a small thing. It's just a die, right? But the belief in the die to have the power to change your financial lives, it's important. It's important. I hope somebody is taking this ride with me to understand just how important it is. Because in the beginning, it seems like it doesn't matter much. It seems like it's insignificant in the beginning. So you're like, whatever. I catch it on the next run. I catch it when I get this bonus, my end of year bonus. I do it then. But you don't understand that the power of doing it on the daily is the power of doing it on the daily. It's the power of setting aside money when you don't have money left to set aside. It's like putting money away to be invested, even when your bank account looks very tight. So this is important, and I recognize this more for myself than I did before. All right, so I hope I got through to somebody, and somebody who has not been doing the dice roll challenge is going to do the dice roll challenge with me. So here we go. All right. Okay, dropped. It dropped. It fell about 5 different levels, but it's charity number one. Charity number one. Okay. All right, we're just gonna let it be. We're just gonna let it be. Let's let it be. Got dice roll challenges happening over here. We're gonna leave it. Oh, thank you, Reverend Mal, for putting up dice roll number one. Right here. Right here. Number one. So it's an easy day. Easy day. Just take $1 out of your place where your finances comes to. Take your money out of there, and then move it to the place where you've identified it to be moved. You're here. Okay. Yes, we're here, right? Yes, we're here. Okay, we're good. All right. So thank you for letting me know. All right. So I don't remember what I was talking about now because of the whole StreamYard. But the dice roll. Just to make sure that you take that little bit of money, that $1, and move it today. So this is an easy day. Your easiest day. Take $1 and move it today. Today. And you're gonna think the $1 ain't that much. $1 ain't that much. It's not. But you're building the muscle. You're building the muscle. You're building the muscle of the framework of mind to always be willing to set aside the money even when it feels like you don't. Okay? All right. That's what I got to say about the dice roll. Now, let's see. All right. So let's get to our let me see. My affirmation for the money. I can find it. Yep. There we go. Here we go. All right. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. All right. So hopefully you gave that second one more emphasis as you were feeling it. You gave it some emphasis as you were giving it some more agitation for growth. Because just a reminder, affirmations only work when you infuse them with power. So those of us, like myself included, that have learned at what did I just say? Advice. Well, I don't know. The Few Kings, her thing has gone off. It's distracting me. So so that's what's happening. So the I don't know what it's called, but you have to evoke the affirmations, the energy into affirmations, right? And that helps endue them with spirit and helps them endue them with power because you've got to really feel them. So again, I'm taking a longer time, I know, to talk about the solutions, but I found when I became a watcher of my own show, watcher of my own show on reruns, that I would rush past things that were very important. So I just want to say, thus far, the dice roll is critically important, and the the feeling that you give towards your 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 affirmation is important. All right. Okay. So I got that down, and now I just want to say really quickly about money before we get Miss King on board. But about money, you want to make sure that you invest the money. And I know I said that a few times, but I've been a little bit lenient about saying too much. Well, the thing is, there are many places to invest, right? Many places to invest. And I'm only talking about one place. I'm talking about the stock market, because that's where I learned this far. And shout out to Nan again for reminding me that I have learned about cryptocurrency. I have to go back into that myself and check that out. But what I've learned is that that cryptocurrency, I'm sorry, not the cryptocurrency, that the stock market is a viable place to put money. The stock market, y'all, is a viable place to put money. For those of you that don't believe me, I volunteer. I volunteer. I was one of those people that did not believe myself when I was listening to the reruns of me telling me what to do, me telling me what to do, me telling me what to do, right? But I learned and I saw. I said this before, that when I looked at my accounts, I saw that they had all risen in the time that I was doing nothing. That I completely forgot that I had accounts. And knowing that helped me shift my thinking. And so the example that I gave earlier this week was someone gave me, let's say, $200 to pay a $200 debt. Well, what I did was I took out 10%. I put that 10% aside and I invested it. And then I paid my debtor 180. And I was like, hey, man, I got 180 this time. And I eventually got him the money, but I took that first amount of money and made sure that I had invested it. Now, that's a hard way to go. That's a hard way to go, because I've never done anything like that before. But you've got to believe that setting aside money, that investing money is your way to become a serious wealthy person, right? Because my reminder, if you only spend, you'll stay poor. If you only save, you'll stay middle class. If you want to grow, if you want your money to grow, you must expend, you must invest. You must invest. So even though it may look like it's hurting you, trust me, that money set aside will win for you. And so, last thing about this that I want to say about where to put the money is, well, I've been talking about Coca-Cola today, so let's just keep on track. I've been talking about Coca-Cola this week. Well, Coca-Cola is one of the principal components of, there's that show. There's that show. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of the show. But my mom and I really got into this show, and how these brands that we come to know every day got built up. And so you would be surprised how Coca-Cola became so big. But regardless, it has become a internationally known firm for giving back dividends. And yes, it was Nan. It was Nan that put the note in the comments yesterday. Yes, I'm talking about the drip. So dividends, refinement. It's almost there. But anyway, it is the way that you help. The incident will help you by returning your money to you. So even though it's only a couple cents the first time, you get to know that it gives you money. It gives you money. So Coca-Cola is my stock pick of the week. Just look at Coca-Cola and watch them. And if you take your $1 away out of your savings account and put it aside, take that $1 and put it on Coke. You can put on Coke easily with apps like Robinhood or Cash App. It'll let you put a little bit of money before you finally get up to I think Coca-Cola is about $40 or $50 right now. Okay, so I've said all the things I need to say. So let me bring on Fee King. Let me bring her on, and let me do a drum roll because she's acting all special, like she's going to get something special. So let's see, drum roll. Actually, let's do fireworks again. All right, here we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay. So welcome to Fee King. Welcome, Fee King.
Thank you so much, Sekou, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're here together. Fee, there's Nan. Get shiny out already.
What's up, Nan? Good morning, Nan. I love Nan. Nan is amazing. Nan is a natural born cheerleader. She's incredible. Thank you, Nan.
Yeah. So I think we're going to talk about how it's been for you. How it's been for you now that you're here.
Oh, now that you're here. In the NYC with you.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about that, and then let's talk about a little bit of money.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes, you have me.
What Timothy is saying hello.
Hello, Timothy.
And then throwing up a heart. Yeah.
I heart you too.
All right. So how does it feel to be here? To be here as part of this never-ending saga of what's going on with Sekou rights.
I tell you, there's a movie that came out several years ago called A Day Without a Mexican. And I thought, when this happened, I don't ever want to experience a day without Sekou rights. I mean, to not hear from him, to not watch his show, to not watch your show, let me speak to you, to not receive a WhatsApp from you, a text, our gratitude latitudes, to not see you live on your show, to not know that you're producing Rev Melissa's show. It was devastating. It was like things became quiet. You know, it was just so silent. And I thought, when it happened, Thursday evening, Sekou and I, 99% of the time we speak. I gave him a pass because I thought, okay, sometimes he's tired because he does so many things and maybe he went to bed early. So I said, I'm going to give him a pass. And then Friday morning, nothing. And I started feeling anxious. I was like, this is weird. And, I did my meditation and I breathed and I was like, it's fine. He's doing a lot. He's working with the kids. He's running, he's raising, he's with his mom. He's being Sekou. He's doing his Sekou-isms and it's fine. And then when it wasn't fine, I was like, I felt it. Woo. When I heard the word, it was unbelievable because when we look at Sekou, when we think about Sekou, when we watch Sekou, when we experience Sekou, something like a stroke does not happen to Sekou rights. And so for a second, I was in denial through the panic. I mean, I screamed. His friend, who's a good friend of mine, didn't understand my reaction. And he was like, Fee, it's going to be okay. But for me, I just thought this cannot be. This is impossible. This is impossible. Not Sekou rights. And I'm learning that it is possible. It can happen to any of us. It can happen to any of us. What I love about Sekou's life is the life that he's created is a life of love. You have so much love around you, and that ought not be taken for granted, right? You've cultivated amazing friendships and loyalty. That is beautiful. Not everyone can say that. And for those of you listening out there, if nothing else, I think we ought to be inspired by the ability to cultivate strong, loyal friendships and family. Sekou has incredible family, incredible friends from long ago. I'm talking 20, 30. Well, we don't want to go too long because then they'll be like, let me do the math. Wait a minute. Long time,
Yeah.
long time friends. And so, bravo to you. Bravo to your comeback. Bravo to your faith. Bravo to your confidence. Bravo to you for stepping into the unknown, not sure how all of this is going to work. You just keep showing up, though. And
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so look at what Tim just wrote. Maybe Sekou Rice needs a movie or a book about his life. So she's been on this. She's been on this. She's been on this just about every day, Tim. She's been on it every day.
Every day.
And I just wanted to thank myself for asking her this because she always imbues it with something more. There's always a little something more that she has to say, and to know what dealing with that felt like has been eye-opening. And I told you guys that I developed amnesia, and so having nothing to just not realizing there's somebody out here willing to hold it down for me and to really help me rebuild everything was really powerful, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. Yeah. So I don't think we have time to talk about money because she went on so long, but that was great. That was great. No, that was great because every time you talk about it, I learned something new. I'm like, oh wow, that happened. That happened. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Okay.
Yeah. And to what Tim said, I'm going to put back up the idea that a book or a movie or something might come of this is becoming ever present to me because she keeps talking about it, and I'm like, now I'm like, yeah, maybe because there's been some things, and I'll just stop. I'll just share that that the robot in the robot in the room is a whole other story. The robot in the bathroom, the robot. You don't remember the robot? Oh, great! So we got some place that we can start off with because the robot was designed to keep me from moving to the bathroom
in the hospital.
Yes, they put a robot on me. A robot on me. Gonna put a robot on me, huh? Yeah, I'm saying. So anyway, that's our time for today. We've got a shout out to what's the show?
New Thought Media.
New Thought Media. Yes. Thank you so much. And I guess we'll see you. Oh, wait, this is Friday. Oh, well, we'll know what's happening next week. You might be back on the reruns. I don't know. Let me see how I feel. But till then, keep doing. Keep being your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect. Ashe, and I'm in. All right. Bye.